Welcome to Talking Tips, the podcast dedicated to helping you become more confident and fluent in English. I'm Sarah.
And I'm John. Today, we're going to have an in-depth discussion about a topic that many English learners struggle with: how to improve your English speaking skills. We'll cover everything from practical tips to overcoming common challenges. So, let's check some keywords. 1. English speaking skills. The ability to communicate effectively in spoken English, including pronunciation, fluency, and coherence. 2. English fluency. The capacity to speak smoothly, confidently, and with minimal hesitation, often achieved through practice and exposure. 3. Language practice. The activity of actively using the language to improve speaking, listening, reading, or writing. 4. Vocabulary building. The process of learning and memorizing new words and phrases to expand one's ability to express ideas clearly and accurately. 5. Active listening. A communication skill involving paying full attention to a speaker, understanding, responding, and remembering what is being said. 6. Pronunciation. The way a word or sound is spoken, including accent, stress, and intonation, which affects clarity and understanding. 7. Language exchange. A partnership where language learners practice speaking each other's native language to improve proficiency. 8. Overcoming fear of mistakes. The process of managing anxiety related to speaking incorrectly and viewing errors as part of the learning process. 9. Shadowing technique. A language learning method where learners imitate and speak along with native speakers in audio recordings to improve pronunciation and fluency. 10. Consistent practice. Regular activities aimed at practicing the language to build habit, reinforce learning, and improve skills over time. Okay, let's get started.
Absolutely, John. Speaking is one of the most important skills in language learning because it allows you to communicate with others effectively. But many learners find it difficult, perhaps because they're shy or they simply don't know where to start. So, our first tip is practice, practice, practice.
That's right. When it comes to speaking, consistency is key. Even if it's just a few minutes every day, practicing regularly helps build your confidence. For example, you can set aside time to speak aloud whether you're describing your day, talking about your hobbies, or even narrating stories to yourself.
Yes, and practicing in front of a mirror can be very helpful, especially if you're shy about speaking in front of others. You can observe your facial expressions and body language, which are also part of effective communication.
Speaking of practice, one of the best ways to improve your speaking skills is to find language exchange partners. There are many websites and apps where you can connect with native speakers or other learners to chat. Platforms like Tandem, HelloTalk, or even language meetups in your community can be very useful.
I agree. And if you don't have access to native speakers nearby, don't worry. You can also record yourself speaking and then listen to the recordings. Pay attention to pronunciation, fluency, and clarity. This allows you to identify areas where you need improvement.
That's a fantastic idea. Plus, listening to your own recordings helps you become more aware of your speaking habits, like filler words, like, or you know, and work on reducing them.
Exactly. Now, another crucial tip is to listen actively. Exposure to native speakers through movies, TV shows, podcasts, or YouTube videos can improve your listening skills and help you mimic pronunciation and intonation.
And when you listen, actively try to imitate the speakers. Pause after sentences and repeat what you hear. This shadowing technique can really boost your fluency and pronunciation.
Also, pay attention to common expressions and slang. Learning idiomatic expressions and colloquial language will make your speech sound more natural. Don't just memorize phrases, try to understand how they're used in context.
Right. Vocabulary building is another essential component. Learning new words and phrases helps you expand your ability to express yourself. Keep a vocabulary journal and try to incorporate new words into your daily conversations.
That's a great idea. And don't forget about the importance of grammar. You don't need to be perfect, but having a good grasp of basic grammar helps your sentences make sense and improves your overall confidence.
Definitely. And for grammar practice, you can use online exercises, language apps like Duolingo, or even grammar books aimed at learners.
Now, let's talk about overcoming shyness and fear of mistakes.
Many learners feel anxious when speaking because they worry about making errors or seeming foolish. Remember, making mistakes is part of learning.
Absolutely. The key is to adopt a growth mindset. Every mistake is a chance to learn. It also helps if you remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language. Even native speakers sometimes do.
Plus, gradually exposing yourself to speaking situations can reduce anxiety. Start small, speak to yourself, then to friends or classmates, and later join group conversations or public speaking clubs like Toastmasters if possible.
That's very good advice. Building confidence takes time, so be patient and celebrate small successes along the way.
Another tip is to get involved in activities that require speaking. Join a club, take part in discussion groups, or participate in online forums. The more you practice in real-life situations, the more natural it will become.
And don't forget, watching yourself improve is motivating. Keep track of your progress by recording your voice regularly and listening to your growth over time.
Before we wrap up, here's a quick summary of what we've discussed. Practice consistently every day, find language partners and participate in conversations, listen actively to native speakers, mimic pronunciation and intonation, build your vocabulary and understand idiomatic expressions, use recordings for self-evaluation, engage in real-life speaking situations regularly, be patient, and celebrate small victories.
That's right. Improving your speaking skills isn't something that happens overnight. It's a journey, and persistence is key.
And remember, don't be afraid of imperfections. The most important thing is to keep practicing and stay motivated. Every time you speak, you're getting one step closer to your goal.
Exactly. Also, try to immerse yourself as much as possible in English. Change your device to English, think in English when you can, and surround yourself with the language. This constant exposure helps your brain get used to the language.
A great tip is to find topics you love. Whether it's sports, music, movies, or travel, talking about things you enjoy makes practicing more fun and engaging.
Absolutely. And if you're preparing for a specific situation, like a job interview, a presentation, or a language exam, practice those specific scenarios. Role-playing can be very helpful here.
One last thing to keep in mind is to set realistic goals. Instead of aiming to become fluent overnight, aim for small milestones, like mastering a certain number of new words per week or having a 5-minute conversation daily.
That way, you stay motivated and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Progress might be slow at times, but consistency will pay off.
Well, I think we've covered a lot today. To sum up, improving your English speaking skills involves consistent practice, active listening, using a variety of resources, overcoming fear, and staying patient.
That's right. We hope our tips inspire you to keep practicing and enjoy the process. Remember, every little effort counts.
Thanks for tuning in to Talking Tips. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends who are also learning English.
We'll be back soon with more tips and discussions. Until then, keep speaking and stay confident.
See you next time.